to know
Why are you playing? And then what?
You still don't know me. You know me still low-key.
Hi friend, welcome back to another weekly vlog, and if you're new here, welcome in. If you saw the last vlog, we are picking up right where we left off. I'm just finishing up the master blocks for Mercury, but it's kind of late in the evening. It's almost my bedtime. It is 6:20, and I like to be done my work around like 6:55 so that I can eat dinner, read, finish up anything that I need to do. For dinner tonight, I am having some broccoli and these buffalo chicken meatballs from Trader Joe's. I've never had these before, but 6 of them is 14 grams of protein and 170 calories. I'm not super hungry because I had breakfast, I had lunch, and I had a yogurt bowl as a snack. So I feel like this will be just what I need to end my night. I still have some French studying to do. I already did my vocab lesson for French, and I did half of my Pimsleur lesson. So I need to finish my Pimsleur lesson, and I need to do better this week with immersing myself in a language. So if you saw my 180 and 180 video, you know that for month 1, I am mainly focusing on my French, and one of my action steps every day is to immerse myself in the language for at least an hour and a half, or really closer to like 2 hours every single day. And that has been the thing that I've like fallen short of this past week. I've taken my vocab lesson every day. I've already met with the tutor, and I've taken my Pimsleur lesson every single day. I have been immersing myself in the language, but not an hour and a half to 2 hours worth. I feel like I've been doing closer to like 45 minutes to an hour every day, but again, at minimum, I want to do an hour and a half. So moving forward, because I'm not going to have an hour and a half to 2 hours tonight to get that done and still get to bed on time. So starting tomorrow, I not only need to make sure I'm watching like YouTube vlogs in French, because that's been my main way of immersion, but I need to switch my short form For You page to French. So I'm gonna have to be a lot more intentional and actually get that done early in the morning, so that it's not the end of the day and I'm trying to hurry up and get that hour and a half in. So I'm about to eat my lunch. Eat my dinner. I'm not gonna say I'm irritated that I didn't get this done. I did kind of want to finish it though in the beginning of this video, but it's fine. I'm going to finish it tomorrow. The front is already done. The front of the bodice is already done. So I'm literally just finishing up the back. It'll take like 20 minutes, and I might even finish this tonight. We'll see. Maybe not. I'm going to eat because I still want to read a little bit. And like I said, I need to watch some French vloggers. I'll show you tomorrow the vloggers that I've mainly been watching. Yeah, I'm gonna eat my dinner, start my little night routine, and I will see you in the morning. Good morning. It is 7:45 a.m. I slept in today. You know, I usually wake up at 4, but I woke up in the middle of the night and I could not get back to sleep. I woke up at like 1 something and I could not go back to sleep. This has happened like 2 times this week. I think I need to go back to taking my melatonin before I go to bed because it just throws me off, but I kind of needed the rest this morning. My body just feels fatigued. Like I really, is that oh, it's not a bug, it's grasp. I said it's a huge spider, but I do want to like go get my steps in. My steps are very important to me, but my knee and my body just feels like tired, but I think I'm still gonna go. Like I think we're about to just get up and just push through it, maybe make some tea, some soup or something. I don't know, my body just feels like fatigued, a little bit overworked. Realistically, I really just want to go into my studio and pick up where we left off, but I need to get my steps in, and I don't like to wait. I live in Texas, babe. You walk in the morning or at night, because the way this Texas sun is set up, you don't want to mess around. So it's still early enough where I'm getting that early morning sun, which is my favorite. And instead of going to my usual spots, I'm going to just walk around the neighborhood. I live in such a nice area. I love walking around all the different streets. It's very suburban, very family oriented. I told you, me and my husband are staying in this area and we will be raising our child here because it is just so beautiful. So let's just get up. I like to do minimum 6 miles, you know that, but we're not doing that today. We're gonna walk, get my Pimsleur lesson done. We're gonna do as much as we can, and yeah. Real quick though, I am gonna meditate. I usually meditate before I touch my phone, before I get on camera, before I do anything. The first thing I do in the morning is meditate, and I was gonna skip it, but I'm not, because meditation is so important. But real quick, before I start my meditation, I'm about to order us a Ring camera, because the other day, child, we ordered an air fryer and somebody stole it. Somebody stole our air fryer, and I was so pissed because we had an air fryer and I broke it. Like, I was carrying, when we was moving in, I was carrying the air fryer in one hand and my book. See, this is why I don't carry nothing. This is why you give it to a man. This is why, this is my husband's fault. Because why would you ask me to carry anything? You get what I'm saying? This is his fault. I'm carrying an air fryer in one hand and like 4 of my books in the other hand. And when I get inside, I'm like fumbling. Something was going to drop. It wasn't going to be my books. So I dropped the air fryer and it broke. I dropped the air fryer, child. But I ordered another one. I was so ready for it to come in because air fryers are just so convenient. Sometimes I don't feel like putting my chicken on the stove, doing my little 1-2. I love a good air fryer. But I ordered the other day. I got the notification. Thank you, Daddy. I got the notification saying the air fryer was delivered a minute ago, and I was walking to my door to go get it, and then I think I got a phone call and I got distracted, and the next thing you know, some hours had went bad. I was like, oh, forgot about the air fryer. I went out there, y'all, it was gone. Like, granted, you know, Amazon does a replacement. It was no big deal, but I'm more so pissed off at the audacity of whomever just was like, oh, nice air fryer, and the way the box was set up, it showed that it was an air fryer inside. Anyway, I've never had this problem at any place I lived at, like, ever, where somebody is stealing packages, and I'm not saying it's gonna be a habit, but I'm not about to find out. So we're gonna order a ring light. I've never had a ring light before. I've just never felt the need to. Like, I've never had this problem before. So I'm about to order this one. Okay, it looks like it'll be in today. Which one of these? Usually I like to do my meditation. Like, I've recorded my own meditation. I actually need to make some more. The one that I have left, because I deleted some of my other ones, but the one that I have left is 38 minutes long, and I don't have the time today. I woke up too late. I don't have the luxury of doing a 38-minute meditation. Dr. Joe would say, he said something like, if you have enough time to meditate for an hour. If you don't have enough time to meditate for 2 hours, something like that. And I think the point is just to slow down and prioritize meditation, because if you think you don't have enough time, you need to be meditating more. But no, seriously, we're not doing a 38-minute meditation today. We will be doing I found one yesterday that I really, really liked. We're going to do a cute little, I think it was like 14 minutes. Let me find it. I feel like maybe I just watched it from my other account. Let me switch to my other account. Who the fuck? Bae, you was watching Abdullah Mason versus Albert Bell? Yeah, it's a highlight. Abdullah Mason versus Albert Bell official fight highlight. You was watching it? Who is logged into my YouTube? I don't know, babe. I wasn't damn sure watching this unless it was just playing on my phone. But why would that be on my For You page? No, hold up now, because before we log into any meditation, how do I check and see where my account logged in at? Surely I just had my phone sitting down. No, somebody is logged into my fucking account. Because who the fuck is this? Oh my God, this is from June 27th. Who the fuck is logged into my shit? I signed them out and I changed my password. But who the fuck is in Milwaukee, Wisconsin? They've been logged into my shit since the beginning of May. Okay, so I found out where this was coming from. It says Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Their first sign-in was May 4th of last year. I'm just realizing the date. Who the fuck is in Milwaukee? And they just watching stuff. Like, they didn't even do anything, but just, they've been logged in for over a year. Like, is this like a random person? I'm confused. Yeah, let me add that to my list of things to do today. Really, this is the main YouTube account that needs to be protected, because it's the YouTube account that's attached to my YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Like, what I post on, like what you're seeing that's on. So that's the main one. But let me add that to my to-do list to go into all of my Google accounts and make sure that there's nothing weird going on. A bunch of rap, but this is English rap. It looks like they don't know what they want to watch, because how you go from watching... Okay, so during these months, they wasn't really watching anything. This is so weird. Because it's like, for one, the stuff they was watching is so like random. No, but here it goes again. Money B, Glorilla, Moneybag. I don't listen to those people. Like, I don't listen to rap music. Who is this? I'm in the gym, I'm getting fit, I'm building up my cardio. Okay, my husband helped me figure out who was logged in to my account. It was an Airbnb, because I'm looking at the date. I'm like, May 4th, 2025. We went to an Airbnb on May 4th of 2025. And I'm assuming either the person who owned that Airbnb either moved to Wisconsin or they're from Wisconsin and their TV is set to Wisconsin. And that explains, for one, why there's gaps in the watching. Like, it'll be like consistent watching for a whole day or two and then no watching for months and then consistent watching. And I was so confused why 1 minute they watching Spanish stuff, then they watching hood vlogs in the Shy, then they was watching gangster rap. I'm like, who is this? And your palette is very broad. Like, I'm very confused, but that makes the most sense. I logged out. I feel a lot better knowing that. And I know you wasn't about to walk out this house without saying goodbye to me. This is my program, Alexion. Please don't make me whip your ass. Did you enjoy your breakfast?
Yes, baby.
I'll see you in a bit. And see, here's the thing. This is why I have my own bathroom. My husband got his own. First of all, he over here using my little pimple patches, and he just doing it for fashion. He don't got no damn pimples on his face, but he likes the way the pimple patches look. But this is why I don't like him in my stuff, because I'm a Virgo rising, babe. I am a Virgo rising. Organization is so important to me. I'm glad we have our own bathrooms now, because why did you leave them on the counter? Then his necklace in here, his rings, his earrings. Put that shit in your bathroom. In your bathroom. Anyway, I'm literally just gonna put on sunscreen. I told you I stopped doing my full-blown skincare routine right before I go to walk, because when I come back and I take my shower, I'm gonna wipe off all that sunscreen and whatever products I done put on. That's a waste of money. Skincare, especially the good kind, is not cheap, and I'm not about to waste it. I think I am gonna continue putting even though vitamin C is not cheap either, I don't care. Mine lasts a long time, especially since it's like water-based. I'm gonna keep putting my vitamin C on, because I was reading something about there's some type of relationship between vitamin C and sunscreen. I think the vitamin C enhances the sunscreen or helps the sunscreen, something like that. I'm going to continue with the vitamin C. I'm just not going to do my whole morning situation. Another thing is, I don't like being outside with my rollers in, but at the same time, it's like, why would I take my rollers down when I'm about to be outside? It's hot. I'm going to be sweating. Like, why would I take my rollers down to mess up my hair before I even start my day? And some days I keep them in, some days I don't. Today gonna be one of those days I keep it in, especially since I'm like going on a long walk. I'm just not about to keep messing up my curls early in the morning before I even wash my face, do my makeup, do my whole routine. Hey, that's my bestie snatching up. It was all part of the plan. I sent my best bitch to come and take your man, give me him. It remind me of Sneaky T Panda. If you're from Baltimore, you know. If you're not, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. She said, snap cheese, bitch. Give me him. Yeah. Who said that? Like, mind you, she's talking about somebody's boyfriend. She said, snatchies, bitch. I kidnap your nigga. He a victim. I hit that. I kidnap him. Snatchies, bitch. Give me him. Whoever she was dissing, yeah, she would have to see me. I would have seen have him. Cause what do you mean, snatchies? All jokes aside, I need to figure out something with my knees, because I can't. It feels like, because I was saying like I don't feel well this morning, it feels like I'm about to come my period, but I'm not. Like, I feel like I just got off my period. I did. I was on my period June 21st, so it's not time for me to be on my period again. It's not due for like another 2 weeks. But that's how I feel. Like, I feel like the way my like uterus, lower abdomen, like me feeling fatigued, it feels like I'm about to come on my period. So I don't know what's going on. And why do I feel like I was crying? I was crying this morning during my meditation. I don't think that count though. Because another thing is, every time I come on my period, like a day or two before, 3 days before, baby, I'm gonna cry over something that don't usually make me cry. Meditation don't count. Meditation don't count. You're in a heightened state when you're meditating if it's a good meditation. So that's what I was gonna say. This is why it's so important to meditate, because for one, if I didn't meditate this morning, I wouldn't have even noticed that somebody was logged into my account. The only reason I noticed that is because I was looking for the meditation I did the other day. So I went to my history and I'm like, I wasn't watching these people yesterday. Who was this? That's one. Two, I actually had a really, really good meditation this morning. like a really, really good one. I do want to work my way back up to 30 minutes a day minimum. When I started consistently meditating in 2025, when I first started, it felt like a chore to just do like 15, 20 minutes a day. Friend, by the end of month 1, I was doing 2 meditations a day because that's how much I was enjoying it. I was doing like 30 minutes in the morning and then like a 45-minute meditation every night. And I was literally like doubling up because I was enjoying meditation so much and like how I felt throughout the day because I was meditating. And yeah, but my mic needs to be charged. I'm about to go out, get my steps in. So let's go outside. It is 12 p.m. I'm about to do my makeup so I can go in the studio and just sew my life away. I did a face mask this morning. I used the Aztec Healing Clay. I haven't used that mask in years. I was looking on the bottom to see if it expired, and the only part that was blurred out was the last number in the year. But I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be a 7. So I think I'm good until next year. Let's do just a little bit more. I'm using the e.l.f. Is this called Grip? Yeah, Power Grip Primer from e.l.f. And this is the pink one with 4% niacinamide in it. So this morning while I was walking, I got pretty much all of my French studying done for the day, which just reminds me I need to set a reminder for my French lessons for the weekend before I forget, because the other day I told myself to set a reminder, I didn't, and then I was out drinking the night before and I forgot. I did go to my class, but I was like late and I was discombobulated because I didn't get a moment to like prepare. Like she literally was like, "Ça va?" And I was like, "Va," which is an appropriate response to "Ça va," but that was the only one I could think of. I could have said "Je vais bien." Like there's so many different things that I could have said, and I know more French than I put off, and I just don't like, that was a terrible first impression. Like I was late, I'm like in my robe, discombobulated. It looked like I never spoke French a day in my life. And granted, I am still at a level A1, so I don't know a lot of French, but I knew more than I put off. But I booked her again for this Saturday. I told her I apologized and everything like that, and I asked her if there's anything that she wanted me to prepare. She told me to just work on introduction. She asked me if I was like open to homework, which I so am, but I booked her for Saturday, and then I booked a different tutor for Friday and Sunday. So I'm about to put reminders on my phone so that I get like a 30-minute reminder before each of my tutoring sessions over the weekend, so that I can focus, get my mind right, do a little bit of basically trying to recap some French before I start. I don't know why I can't think of that word right now. Preparation for the tutoring session. On Saturday, I know I want to paint my studio, like finish, get it painted so we can hang up those curtains, get the rugs in the room, start to get everything nice and together. So first things first, I need to set a reminder. I booked her for Sunday, so that means I booked him for Friday and Saturday. What did I do? So for her, I did Sunday from 10:45 to 11:15. I love you.
Oh, that must be makeup.
No, baby, I don't have makeup on. You okay? I hope you made yourself the caffeinated coffee.
Caffeinated?
Yeah. Why? When you say you're already feeling tired. I love you.
Hey, you do it first.
Sell them on eBay. Oh, I booked her twice. Okay, so I only booked him once. I booked him for Friday, and I booked, because I was about to say, I thought I booked her for Saturday. I booked her for Saturday and Sunday, July 11th from 10:30 to 11. So I have all of my reminders, and I put it under the urgent section because first impressions are important. I don't like people thinking I'm stupid, like, or just don't, like, I don't want her to think that I'm not serious or that, like, it was just a bad first impression. I was drinking the day before. I was laying in bed, like, hungover, so I just was, like, not prepared. I got a notification, like, your French lesson starts now, and I get a notification, like, guess you're not coming. I was like, she's like, guess you're not coming, we can reschedule, something like that. I was like, oh, I was so confused. I was discombobulated. So never again. But that's another reason why my drinking needs to be planned. Granted, it low-key was. Like, I knew about this pool party since June. But this is why it has to be, like, spread out, which it is. I rarely drink. But because I rarely drink and I, like, I work out every single day and I eat really clean, my body is just not used to abrupt drinking like that. And I was drinking like tequila and I had a great time. So I have no regrets whatsoever. But now I know next time I want to have like a night out of drinking, I need to be prepared to be down the next day. Like something, laying in something, because I felt sick the next day. Like it just doesn't do well with my body because I really don't be drinking. Like not even like wine. Like I'll go a really, really long time without drinking anything. I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible Concealer on my brows and my under eye. The only thing left to do in my French studying today is my immersion. And I already started. I was watching Andy like while I was putting my lotion on. But the thing is about immersion, I was doing my research. Music is a form of immersing yourself in the language, but it's important for me to like watch stuff like vlogs. I need to actually find some French TV shows. Like if I could find a good show, that would be great. But the reason why I'm focusing more on like watching vlogs instead of just listening to French music is because with vlogs, it helps with context. So if I hear someone say the same thing over and over again when they're referring to a specific thing, I will then associate that thing with that word. But if I'm just listening to music, there is no context, which I do love French music. I actually listen to French music a lot. I just don't know what they be talking about, except for my favorite French song, C'est Moi. That is my song. I've been listening to it for years, and I did translate the lyrics years ago, so I don't know the entire song word for word. I know the French words, if that makes sense, but I don't know the full translation for the song. I just know it's a song about him trying to get his girl back. Yeah, it's called Without Me. C'est Moi means without me, and I know a lot of the parts of the song because, again, I translated it years ago and will like look at the translation while I'm like singing along, so I remember parts of it, like what exactly is happening, but I don't know the whole song because, again, it's music, so there's no context. The thing is about watching TV and like vlogs and stuff like that is I get context. I get to say, oh, she's in her room and she always says this thing, she's showing this and she always says this thing, so then I know this means that. You know what I'm saying? Thing is, because I am a busy girl, I don't be having time to sit down for an hour and a half to 2 hours, which is cap. Like, let me stop, because if I looked at the amount of scrolling that I did yesterday, I'm pretty sure that it adds up till about that time. So moving forward, I'm being more intentional about my immersion because, again, if you looked at my 180 and 180, you know that French is the focus of the month and that I have action steps, and one of those action steps is to immerse myself every day. Haven't missed a day of my Pimsleur lesson, haven't missed a day of my vocab. I've been doing exactly what I said I was going to do as far as a tutor thing, because that was like an added action step. For my 180 and 180, I really only picked 3 action steps for each goal. So me using tutors is a bonus action step, but they're all working different parts of my brain. They're helping me learn the language in different ways, you know? What I really want to do more though is that I need to practice, and I think I'm gonna start this maybe next month, reading and writing, because right now I'm developing skills for comprehension. So I'm doing a lot of listening, obviously with the vlogs, and then my Pimsleur lesson, that's a conversation. It's listening and speaking. And then with my French tutor, it will be the same thing. So I am building up skill for speaking the language and understanding the language, but I also need to be able to read the language and write in the language, because these are all different parts of learning the language. Obviously, when you learn your native language, you learn to speak before you learn to read and write. So you could speak things, but if someone gave you a book when you're a child, you wouldn't be able to read what it says because you could speak the language, you can understand it. So first you understand. If you think about how you learn your native language, understand first. You'll hear your parents talk and you'll start to understand, associate potty, eat. You'll start to associate words with things. Oh, they say potty and they change my diaper. Oh, they say eat and now I get food. So that's why babies will start to say eat, eat, eat. That's how you learn your native language. So first you comprehend, then you learn to speak, and then I don't know if reading and writing, I would imagine that reading happens before writing, or maybe you learn them at the same time. Nonetheless, when you develop all of these different skills in learning a language, it makes the other thing better. So prime example, when I'm listening and I'm doing my Pimsleur lesson and it's like listening and speaking back, some of the words are kind of difficult for me to pronunciate, but then when I do the reading lesson after, I'm able to pronunciate it better because I can see how it spells. So I've noticed for certain words, I'm forgetting how to say certain things, forgetting the pronunciation. And then because I'm a visual learner, the spelling will like appear in my brain, and then I'm able to fill in the blanks. So all these different skills kind of like work together, but I do want to make sure, because I love reading, like, you know that I'm a big reader. I want to be able to read some French books, you know what I'm saying? And again, being able to spell what I'm reading is going to be helpful with filling in the blanks for certain parts of learning the language, you know? So I need to do some research on the best way to maybe I put on French. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put French subtitles on the video. Yeah, I'm gonna put French subtitles on the video so that I'm reading and listening to what she's saying at the same time, so that I can get spelling. One show that I did watch in French was Love is Blind, Marry or Move On, but I watched the French one like 2 years ago. Yeah, that was in 2024, and it was really good. I did have the English subtitles on though, because I wanted to actually see what was going on, and it was messy. It was good, but it was messy, child. So I would love to see another. I don't think they did another season in French. Maybe they did. I'm gonna check and see, because if they did, that'll be my show. But the only thing is, I have to challenge myself to watch it in French, because if you put it in another language and then you put on your language subtitle, you're not learning fully the immersion method. When I was doing my research, you would think that with the immersion method that putting it in your language would help. Not really, because you'll be reading it in English, so what they're saying in French won't even register. You'll be registering what you're reading and not what you're hearing. So even though I don't know what this girl is talking about, like when I be watching these vlogs, I don't know what the hell they be talking about, but I'm using context clues. Like for instance, the vlog, Andy's vlog that I'm watching today, I'm pretty sure she's giving me a tour of her new office space. I don't know, I'm not sure. Using context clues, I'm pretty sure she's giving a tour of the office space. But something that is really nice and refreshing is when I'm watching these vlogs, the more I take my Pimsleur lesson, certain words will stand out where I'm like, I know what that means, like that specific word. Like I heard her say aussi, I know that means me too. I heard her say déjeuner, I know that means go to lunch or have lunch or something like that. That was like one of the words I just learned like 2 days ago. What else did I hear? Les toilettes, I know that means the bathroom. And she said les toilettes. What word did she say after that? I never heard the word before, but I think she said renovations. Like it sounded like she said, I heard le toilettes, and then she said like something that sound very similar to renovation. So maybe she was saying the bathroom's got to get renovated. I don't know. I don't know. But that's how you learn a language. If I would have been listening in French, but with English subtitles, I would just be reading it in English. So none of what she's saying in French would really register. So I like that my different forms of studying these languages, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm actually gonna ask my French tutors what shows they like to watch. They would be able to put me on to some good shows. I'm singing I'm humming the C'est Moi, the French song that I like by Franglish. I love Franglish. His name is like Franglish, so it's like French and English, but it's like R&B, and that's my vibe. Like I love R&B music. So I found him years ago when I first started studying French. That's when I was still living in Houston, child, and I didn't know the best way to learn a language. But if you do your research, because here's the thing about the immersion method, me developing the system that I have now for learning my language is research backed. So Pimsleur, 10 out of 10. I just started using Pimsleur last year, and I love Pimsleur. Like I love using Pimsleur. I got my vocab. Oh, I forgot that. Technically, I am learning to read because I do my vocab lesson every day. Actually need to up the words on that because right now I'm only doing like 20 words a day. I need to put it back at like 50. Seriously. But I did research to see what is the best way to learn a language, and all of these different things that I'm doing are going to work together. Me talking to my tutors will help with pronunciation and conversation. But as far as the immersion method, which to me, I'm like, how am I going to, because I don't know what this girl be talking about. So when I first, like multiple French people were saying, or not multiple French people who just learn languages and learn multiple languages at that, they all talk about the immersion method. And I'm just like, how? Like, how is me watching a vlog that I can't understand going to help me? And they're like, think about how you learn your native language. You didn't learn it immediately from vocab. You didn't learn it. It's a specific term for these styles. I think one is called passive learning and one is called, I think it's active learning or something like that. Let me see. Okay, so yeah, it's passive learning versus active learning. So active learning involves producing the language through speaking, writing, and structured exercises, where passive learning relies on receptive input like listening and reading. Active learning builds speaking fluency, while passive learning builds the underlying comprehension and vocabulary base required to understand the language. So I'm essentially doing both. Active learning forces your brain to retrieve and produce language. It is essential for actually speaking and writing. Core activities would be having a conversation with native speakers, writing journal entries, using flashcards, and completing fill-in-the-blank exercises. Benefits: it speeds up your ability to speak fluently and accurately. It trains your brain to recall vocabulary and grammar under pressure. Drawbacks: it is mentally demanding and can lead to quick burnout if done for hours at a time. Passive learning, receptive input. Passive learning focusing on absorbing information naturally through contact. It is vital for developing deep familiarity and with how the language sounds and flows. Core activities: listening to target language podcasts, watching movies or shows, and reading books without pausing to look up every single word. And the benefits are: it helps you build massive passive vocabulary, words you recognize. It allows you to study anywhere, multitasking while commuting or during chores. And drawbacks: it is slow to build active speaking skills. If the content is too difficult, passive listening just turns into background noise. That's real. Why you need both. Language experts emphasize that neither is inherently better. They rely on each other. Your passive vocabulary will always be larger than your active vocabulary, and comprehension must happen before production. For the most efficient path to fluency, many learners use an 80-20 or 7-30 split, combining massive passive input with dedicated active practice. You can absorb the language passively while completing daily tasks, and then set aside dedicated active study time to practice speaking, writing. So I actually need to up my immersion. So I need to be listening to more. I'm gonna actually see if listening to French music, like how that plays in the passive side of it. Okay, period. So it says that it's on the lower end of passive learning. Not because I'm just listening, but because the same words are kind of repeated over and over again. It can become background noise. It said to make it a little bit more active to look up the lyrics, which I already did. So for my other French songs, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna actually translate all of them so that it's passive, but it teeters the line of actively learning the language. But I need to up my passive because the research said that a lot of people like to do 80-20 or 70-30, which is 80% passive, 20% active, or 70% passive, 30% active, meaning I need to be doing more passive learning. So I definitely need to find a French TV show, and essentially I need to consume nothing but French content right now. Even on social media, I need to flip over my For You page, follow French, because if I'm a scroll, I need to be scrolling on a French girly. So I need to follow Andy on TikTok and Instagram. That's what I'm about to do right now. I'm follow Andy. There's this Asian woman that I recently started watching. She only has like 3 or 4 uploads. I'm gonna put both of them in the screen, Andy and the other woman that I like. Really love the Asian woman. I think she is so pretty. But Andy, I've been watching her for 2 years now. I found her in 2024, but I need to follow them short form. The Asian woman, I'm sorry that I don't remember her name, but like I said, I'll have it in the screen because I just found her like a few days ago. She only has like 3 or 4 vlogs up, and the last one, if I'm not mistaken, was uploaded like a month ago. But hopefully she has more short form content going. Oh, I meant to ask earlier, how do you feel about me saying random like French phases? I said phases. French phrases during the vlogs. It won't be a lot, obviously, because I'm like nowhere near fluent, but I want to be able to just say these things in conversation so that I can use the language and get more comfortable speaking in the language. It will be random phrases, and I will put the subtitles on the screen so you can know what I'm saying. But prime example would be je voudrais manger quelque chose, which means I want to eat something. I need to figure out how to say I need to eat something, because it's rare that I say I want to eat. Usually I say I need to eat. So I need to figure out how to say I need instead of I want. Je voudrais manger quelque chose. Yeah, I want to be able to just casually say some of the phrases that I'm learning, because the more I can get comfortable or comfortable, I think that's how you say it, comfortable. That French R be cracking me up every time. And here's the thing, you wanna know what's funny, right? And it's like, this is like almost a duh, but it's like you wouldn't think it because we speak English, so it's like R, like it's not a hard thing to say. The same way it's hard for English speakers to say the French R, the Arabic R, because the way they say their R is the same in like Arabic and a few other languages as well. Do you know that they struggle to say the American R? And that's so crazy to me, because to me it's just so easy. It's like R. And I'm pretty sure they feel the same way about their R's, like R. It's more in your throat. Nonetheless, on one of the talking apps that I was using like 2 years ago, I was talking to the guy on there. He's trying to learn English. I'm trying to learn French. So we saying it back and forth. And his R was like, he was struggling. He was like, ark, like he could not say, he's really struggling. And I was like, that's crazy. Like that it goes both ways. We struggle to say their R, they struggle to say our R, but that French R be doing me in, like I swear. And it's like in certain words, it's easier than other words. The more I get comfortable saying it, the easier it is. So like merci, I feel like that sound very, very forced just now, but merci. The R in the middle of that, I've been saying it for a while, so it's a little bit more comfortable. But like saying, what's another word that has an R that I recently learned? I guess voudrais. It's harder depending on the word. It's crazy. That French R be doing me in, child, especially if it's at the beginning of the word. Please. And some stuff be sounding like a tongue twister. Like when I'm listening to Pizzler, when you're asking someone if they would like something to eat, it's vous voulez manger quelque chose? Would you like something to eat? Est-ce que vous voulez manger quelque chose? Oh, now I can say it. That's from days of practicing though. A few days ago, I could not say that the same. I was like, est-ce que vous voulez? Because it's vous voulez. So it's like, it's two different words, but it's a double V. Vous voulez. But now that I've been saying it over and over the past couple of days, now it just rolled off the tongue. Est-ce que vous voulez manger quelque chose? Look at me saying it all fast. But I didn't know this before. It's easier for me to say, would you like something to eat? Rather than I would like something to eat. So would you like something to eat is, est-ce que vous voulez manger quelque chose? Or more casually, because that's another thing about French and a lot of other languages. For one, I don't know if you know, like if you studied a language, because I know Spanish is like this as well, but they have a feminine and a masculine, and then they have formal and informal. English might have it as well, and I just don't remember it. Nonetheless, formally, it's est-ce que vous voulez manger quelque chose, but informal is vous voulez manger quelque chose. That is, would you like something to eat? That is easier for me to say than je voudrais manger quelque chose. It's the voudrais that be fucking me up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would like something to eat. Je voudrais manger quelque chose. So I'm gonna keep practicing, but I like seeing progress in my pronunciation. And yeah, I'm just gonna get better and better. I've been talking for like 13 minutes. That's insane. All right, I'm gonna get off here and I'm gonna see you in the office for a cute little montage because I've been talking for like 30 minutes. So.
To know you. You still don't know me. You know me still low-key. When I take my last breath, I just want you to hold me. You say you need to hold me.
Good morning, friend. So it is Saturday. I did not pick up my camera at all yesterday because I knew this vlog was already getting long, and yesterday I did do stuff, but nothing to really see. I walked a little bit over 8 miles. I got some coffee while I was walking, and then I was just doing some stuff in my studio. It's the weekend. I'm excited. I'm about to make myself some coffee. I'm going to wake up my husband so that we can go a good long walk this morning. Yesterday, I joined another Pilates studio. I joined the one that I was telling you about, and I'm so excited. Like, I'm so gagged because I was just itching to be back on the mat, like itching to be back in Pilates. So I'm excited. The thing is, you would not believe what happened yesterday, right? So I told you that I booked my French lesson. Tell me why I was supposed to have a lesson yesterday, but I accidentally booked it for 2 a.m., but I thought it was 2 p.m. So I missed yet again another fucking lesson, bro. Like, but I have a lesson today. I had to correct my time because I did that again for like Sunday. I booked it for like 3 a.m. So I switched the time over. I have a lesson today, but I say that's to say when I joined the studio last night, I was going to book a class for today. They only had one class available, not a Pilates class. It was like a hot flow yoga, which is perfect for me. I love yoga. I need to do some like nice, good, low impact working out. But that class starts 10 minutes after my French lesson ends today. So I couldn't pick that class. But I do have a class tomorrow. And I think every day this upcoming week, I just went ahead and booked myself for the entire week. But I'm excited about the project that I started working on in my office last night. I'm literally just doing the pattern right now. But yeah, let's go make some coffee. Rise and shine, rise, rise, rise.
Tranquillement pour revoir. Souvent, on le voit à la roule. Et tu peux aussi utiliser cette expression, ça roule ou ça marche.
Vous voulez vous installer en terrasse?
Okay, so I am back home. I'm all showered. My French lesson starts in less than 10 minutes. I'm going to do a full face like once I like get out of my tutoring lesson. But I'm just putting something on my face so I'm not completely like barefaced it, especially since I like have clothes on. If I didn't have clothes on, it wouldn't be like a big deal, but I feel weird like being like fully dressed with absolutely nothing on my face. I'm literally just going to put on probably just my brows, to be honest, because I don't want to mess up the flow of like my makeup. And if I do like too much out of the wrong order, it'll just throw off my beat for the day. So I've been doing a really good job today with my immersion. I watched a video this morning from a woman who has taught herself 3 languages. So obviously she's experienced in telling you the best way to learn. And she basically split it up into 3 sections. I'm not gonna get into like 50 million different details. But what she was saying was essentially what I was like already doing. But I realized another way to immerse myself in the language. She talked about the importance of pronunciation like early on, and how like just that's such an important part of learning the language, and it's something that you should really be prioritizing in the beginning. So like I've said before, my issue with immersing myself in the language is I was watching like vlogs and, you know, little stories and stuff like that, which I'm still doing, but sometimes I don't have the time to give it my undivided attention. But she made me think of something that I did years ago when I was like learning French, and it's the like listen and repeat videos. That's a great way to immerse myself, where it's literally just them saying a bunch of like French phrases and I have to repeat the phrase after them. So it helps with my comprehension, with knowing popular French phrases, and with my pronunciation. So I was doing that today, and what I'm doing now is every time I'm immersing myself in a language, I'm starting a stopwatch on my phone so that I can see and make sure, because looking at my little tracker, you'll see, if you watch my 180 and 180 video, then you'll see it in the update. But my tracker is looking real great in hold on. My tracker is looking really great with the Pimsleur lesson, which I need to do today, by the way. I didn't do it on my walk because on Saturdays I walk with my husband, so I didn't. Sometimes I do my lesson while I'm with him. Sometimes I just like to just enjoy his company, so I didn't do my French lesson like while I was out there walking with him. But I still need to do my Pimsleur lesson. But basically my tracker is looking real good as far as getting my Pimsleur in every day, and my vocab lesson. Haven't missed a day since I started my 180 and 180. But the immersion part, it's not that I haven't been immersing myself, because I have. Every single day I have immersed myself in a language, but I, in my, with my action steps, I put that I have to immerse myself for at least an hour and a half. And I haven't been doing like an hour and a half. Like I would say on average, I'm probably doing like 45 minutes, which I think I already said that. Nonetheless, I don't like that that part of my tracker is like blank. It looks like I'm not doing anything. So I need to fix that. So like I said, every time I immerse myself in a language today, watching a video, doing my practicing the pronunciation, I start my stopwatch, and as soon as I'm done, I like stop it so that I can accurately make sure, and I'm not just estimating how much I'm immersing myself. I think I am gonna just put a little bit of concealer on my cheeks, really just foundation actually. Just, I said I'm not gonna do the whole face, and I'm like not, but this might, you'll see. I'm a sprinkle bit nervous, but not like super nervous because I'm prepared today. Like I'm like sitting down, I'm like ready for my lesson. So I'm not like just thrown off into the deep end like I was on Sunday when I was like in bed just not paying attention, and then next thing you know I'm like thrown into my lesson. So I feel a little bit more comfortable today. This is a new teacher that I haven't met with yet. This is the one I was supposed to meet with yesterday when I thought the class was at 1 p.m. It was at 1 a.m. Child. I'm just a little nervous, but not like overly nervous, you know? Okay. I might as well just put the powder on my face. And I might as well put mascara on. I got like 2 minutes now, which is enough time to just put some blush. And so much for not doing a full face, right? Which this is not like my usual full face, but it's pretty much my whole face is covered, meaning I won't really need to like do any makeup after this. I'm probably going to add a little bit more only because I'm filming a video today. We'll see. Well, let me cut my microphone off too. I am in here and he is not in here yet. I need to get another notebook for French because I don't want to take notes on my iPad. I love my iPad, don't get me wrong. Like I love my iPad. I don't play about her. But I like stationery, and I think that there is something that happens in your brain when you put pen to paper. And even though I have an Apple Pencil and I have a notebook in my iPad and everything like that, it's not the same as writing on paper. At least I don't think it registers in your brain the same way, you know? I wonder if it's 12:30 here, what time is it in France? I'm about to look that up. Because he was in that damn 1 a.m. class, or 2 a.m., whatever time it was. He was up in there. But he still hasn't joined the lesson yet, and class started 4 minutes ago. How long should I wait? It's 5 minutes over now. Maybe I'll wait another 5 minutes. If he doesn't come, I'm like, damn, I could have went to that hot yoga class, which I wouldn't have made it anyway. Well, I would have just stopped my walk early because I didn't get out there as early as I would have liked to today. I got up at 7. I tried something new yesterday because, you know, I like to wake up at 4 a.m., be in bed by 7 p.m., yada, yada, yada. But I've noticed that like midday, I'll be like really sleepy, but I don't like taking naps because then I won't be able to go to sleep at 8 p.m. But I was like, how about I take a nap and then I don't go to sleep at 8 p.m. and I just work up late and still wake up early. I don't know. We're going to see how this goes and if this is something that I keep up. Yeah. 6 minutes into class and he is not here. That was a real quick beat. I did that in like 4 or 5 minutes, period. That was a real quick little 1, 2, 1, 2. The better my skin gets, the less makeup I feel the need to wear. And I really do want to get to a point where I actually like this level of like makeup. But I low-key want to get to a point where I'm just doing a little less. Maybe. I don't know. I like this. I like this. This is real subtle, real cute. I low-key want to start wearing like eyelash extensions. But I don't know. Like something about having to reapply them consistently, not the ones you do at home, like actually going to get it done. They don't last long enough from what I be seeing. Like you got to get a filling every 2 weeks, and a filling not a cool $50-$70. Don't fillings be like $175 every 2 weeks? That sounds steep to me. It sounds a little steep, especially with my skincare routine, putting all these different products on my face. I know. 7 minutes in, I did message him to say, hello, I'm in class. I'm gonna give it another 3 minutes. 7:38 p.m. in France, so it's not like it's like super late. So no one else is here. Okay, well, guess that's that. I'm about to call my husband and just check in with him really quickly. I might make a quick snack. I know I need to curl my hair, but I'll probably see you again when I go over to my studio. That'll probably be in like 2 hours. I hope you're gonna toast that. She's not gonna toast it? The French just be raw dogging the butter. She made like a toast something. It's like toast with butter and jam. Okay, cool beans. This toast not warm. The butter just hard. And I'm not saying it's gonna be nasty, because it's still butter, but like, I'm full. This will be my last bite. This is literally like the tiniest amount. I just need to eat the rest without crackers, because it's no point of putting this tiny little bit in the fridge. I know it said you wasn't gonna see me until I was in my studio, but I'm sitting down to eat. But I'm actually not gonna go to my studio when I'm done doing my hair, because my husband and I are going to go to a coffee shop together. Because technically Saturday is date day. We're really not supposed to be like working on Saturdays. Saturdays is literally our day where we just spend dedicated like quality time with each other. But we barely see each other during the week. Like barely see each other, because we just both be very, very busy, and sometimes, most of the time, our schedules just don't, it's not even that they don't align, we just be busy, we just be working, you know. By the way, this was egg, tuna, shrimp, mayo, mustard, a little bit of sweet relish, dill relish, and Old Bay seasoning. Super high in protein, low in calories. It would be even lower if I didn't use mayo, and if I ate it on like lettuce instead of crackers. But I need the carbs for the energy. I walk a lot, and I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna eat again today. It's 1 o'clock, so I probably am gonna eat again today, but whatever I have for dinner needs to be really high in protein. But seriously, I'm about to curl my hair, and I will see you at the coffee shop.